It's Ronnie, and welcome to Simple Stories Saturday, hosted by Joanne Bertel, where we will be using our simple stories. And of course, there's so much to choose from. And mine is pretty old. It's Bro and Co. And I'm going to be scrapping that photo there of my grandson, well, one of them. And I'm going to use that for part of my title and the film strip from Tim Holtz, which I need to clean those little holes out. It'd cut better. Um, I did have to poke them out individually. And I also have a little bit of so rad or something like that. Something to do with rad. And I fussy cut out some stars and I think I used probably 4 or 5 stickers, which is pretty good. And lots of scraps. Now this piece here, I did cut that strip off to put some up there at the top. But yeah, these scraps were basically the size that I found them at. So some are not 12 inches wide. But I end up making them work. And I will make a mistake. Like, right here. I used that orange strip there. And I planned on cutting it down and using it as a banner. I forgot all about it by the time I started doing the layout, but I pulled out all kinds of pieces I thought would work on my layout. And this orange strip, there was a couple of them. I thought, boy, I'll use both of them, but I think I'll use one as a banner. However, I do like the way it turned out. It's just that I forgot my plan. Um, and I did originally in my plan think I just cut behind that one and make it go all the way across too. But then I thought, no, I will use it as a banner. And this I got thinking I would have 3 strips across there and I'd be happy. I wasn't. I still wanted another banner to grow across there. But it will take me a few minutes to decide that. I took this scrap and cut it into a film strip using the Tim Holtz film strip. It's a Sizzlets one and it's pretty old. I don't know if you can get it anymore, but it's a favorite of mine. And yeah, I really have loved the 49er market ones. But I still love this one too. And this is that yellow polka dot, and I did put some behind the photo. The photo's kind of on the dark side, so I wanted something light right next to the photo. And I had a scrap of that. I did gut it, and I gutted the other pieces behind it. It's like a blue pattern one, tone on tone. And I put it behind it so it'll show up against all this other stuff and help it pop, the photo pop. And I put part of my film strip at the top and part at the bottom, and I'm putting the picture there, and I'm thinking, man, I sure would still like another banner there. So I was looking to see what I could find, and I found this strip on the star paper, and I thought, well, that's enough. I can use that. So I will clip it a little bit, I think. Yeah, I did. To make it a little bit longer because I was wanting, longer, of course. And so I am just going to go ahead and slip it behind the photo and make it almost as long as the other one. And I was pretty tickled about that because, I love cutting out stars and using them on my layout. And so that paper usually does not end up the backside on my layout. So to use it with this little bit of branding strip made me pretty happy. And I put that strip up there and I'm thinking, man, it's going awful close to my film strip. But I left it for a second and I put the one at the bottom and it tore smaller when I went to tear it off. And so I decided to make this one smaller too. And I will put it on there crooked and not notice it's crooked to pretty much the end of the video layout part. But yeah, I do notice it and straighten it. And I wanted to use that banner there, but it just didn't look very good. Here I fussy cut all the white off. And then it's got that super thin string-like thing on there. So I left it white and then just used a marker and made it black. And I liked that, but it didn't make it on the layout. I am having a little trouble pulling that letter off of there. But my title's Dude Twins. And I was like 100% sure that there was another photo with this. And I can picture it in my head, but I couldn't find the picture. But it was of Jason finding this end cap with this puppet on there. And it said Ginger or something like that. And, they call Landon Gingerhead, Anyway, he was telling Landon that it looked just like him. It was his twin. And so Landon went to take a set up and look like twins. So, yeah, he's got his mouth wide open and he's got the puppet's mouth wide open, and they're twins. So it's Dude Twins. If I find that picture that I have got in my head that I cannot find, I will make another layout to go with this one, or maybe make a smaller one and put it with it, because I like having ones here and there in my albums that are smaller to make a variety. But yeah, Landon's the one who noticed it. Landon. Jason is the one who noticed it and that it looked just like Landon, which it does. I mean, look at them. They're twins. My grandma was a redhead, but I was a teenager before I found it out. She dyed it like a dark brown, almost black. Uh, and that's what color I thought her hair was, but she dyed it the whole time of my life. I don't know how long she did. Well, a lot of the photos it looks dark, but black and white, if it's a darker color, you might not notice that it is a red. But yeah, from what I understand, she dyed it from a very young age. Um, I had it planned at first to put something in each of those little squares up there on the film strip. And that's why I pulled out that rad sticker thing. But then when I went to do it, I didn't. And this is how I ended up. I think I ended up adding a couple of stars up there, but that's it. And the same down here, I planned on adding it. But when I seen this arrow, I thought, oh, I got to use that arrow. And I knew that best friends, best buds sticker was over there. So I wanted to use it. And that's where the arrow comes in to go with it. And this little tiny sticker with the orange camera, I was so tickled I got it on there the first time in exactly the right place that I wanted it. But I had to cut it down to get it to fit in that little spot. But yeah, I was pretty thrilled with that. I do not end up using any of the brads, although I planned on it. Yeah, they're just going to go over to the side. Because, I got to thinking about the stars and I thought, well, I'm going to put them on first. Well, the brads did not go on at all. And I think one of the stars is a sticker. I pulled it off first before I decided to fussy cut all them. I was thinking I'd fussy cut all there was to fussy cut. And I didn't have anything else, so I was going to use the stickers, but lo and behold, I had some to fussy cut. And so I'm going to add them to my layout, and I think that's the last of what I do. I do end up fussy cutting another one or two or something because I need a different color. But while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below, you'll find a playlist for Simple Stories Saturday, where everybody will be using simple stories. So if you have some simple stories and you want some ideas, be sure and check the playlist out and get lots of ideas because we've had it, I think, since we started this hop. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe not, but yeah, we've had it a while, so there's plenty down there. But yeah, oh, and I had to cut I had to fussy cut a yellow one out because I wanted to go in the center of the bro there. But yeah, Bro and Co. One of my favorite boy um, collections, and of course Rad was too, or So Rad. There's been a few with the Rad in the title, with not just simple stories. So I really like all the boy ones that are offered, period, because I have 5 grandsons. So yeah, plenty of boy layouts to do. And I wanted to use that So Cool, but once I started to try it on the layout, it just didn't go. It's a darker, brighter color, especially so close to the other maroon. And if you see on Landon's shirt, it is a maroon color because it's the school colors and mules. And so yeah, uh, I it worked really well with that paper. But that's it. That's my layout. And I had so much fun making it and using a bunch of scraps up. And yeah, lots of, well, they're not layered that much, but lots of pieces on here. But there's my dude. I did fussy cut it out of a 3x4 uh, oh, card thingy that you cut out. And so it's dude twins. And then there's the best bud. And of course, the arrow going up. And as you can tell from the film strip, that it is, I said dots, I think, earlier, but it is stars. And there's killing it because he was, imitating the puppet so very well. And there's and the fun they were having in the store. Yeah, this is in the store. And oh my goodness, I planned on titling this Shenanigans. But I ran across that dude and changed my mind. I might have to still put that on the layout somewhere because y'all know I like to use it whenever I can. But thank you all so very much for joining me while I created this layout. And I hope you have a happy, scrappy week. Check out the playlist down there. Bye.